Am I the a-hole for not helping my pregnant stepmother and letting my dad deal with her parents who hate him instead? I, 17F, have never had a good relationship with my stepmother. I'd call it tolerable at the start, maybe even polite. For the first 2 years that she and my dad, not sure of his age but probably around his mid-40s, were dating, things were fine. Not amazing, not mother-daughter level close, but we could share a room, make conversation, coexist. That all changed around the 2-year mark, and honestly, things haven't been the same since. It all really started falling apart over something as simple as a Mother's Day concert at my school. It was a tradition at my school to host a concert every year to celebrate the moms and grandmas in our lives. That year, I planned to invite both of my grandmothers, my dad's mom and my mom's mom. My stepmother, who was still just dad's girlfriend at the time, wanted to come instead. She didn't want to join them. She wanted to replace them. I said no, politely at first, but she kept pushing, week after week. Eventually, she asked if she could come along with them, and I still said no. When she asked me why, I told her honestly, because it's for moms and grandmas. You're not my mom. That moment broke something between us. She was hurt. I could see it in her face. But I was just being truthful. And, to his credit, my dad took my side. He told her to respect my wishes, and she did, but the warmth between us vanished. A year and a half later, she and my dad got married. I didn't care. I mean, I wasn't angry about it, but it didn't change anything for me. But it clearly mattered to her, because not long after the wedding, she asked me, "So, is it finally enough now to be considered your mom?" Then she said something I'll never forget. "You only knew your real mom for less than 5 years. I've almost been in your life just as long, and I'll be here for many more years. Isn't that enough?"
No.
No, it wasn't. I told her, calmly, that she wasn't my mom, and never would be. That I already had a mom, and marriage to my dad didn't magically change that. I think she took that rejection like a dagger to the heart, but I didn't say it to be cruel. I said it because it was my truth. My dad, trying to fix the situation, enrolled us in family therapy. His hope, I think, was that therapy would help all 3 of us bond and come to understand each other better. We stuck with it for 2 years.
2
long years. And we left it with more wounds than we started with. She didn't like hearing that. To me, she wasn't and would never be as important as my mom, or even as important as my grandmas. I didn't say that directly in those words, but she heard it in what I did say. She was bothered that, in my emotional hierarchy, she didn't have a seat at the table. In therapy speak, there was no space carved out for her in my heart the way there was for my dad and my mom's memory. She was right. Our relationship devolved into deeper dislike. Then came a really painful period. She had 3 miscarriages over the span of 2 years. Late ones, too, around 12 to 14 weeks. They'd already announced each pregnancy by the time she lost them. I didn't react the way she wanted me to. I wasn't mean. I wasn't happy about the miscarriages. But I wasn't heartbroken either. I was neutral.
Detached.
Truthfully, I didn't want them to have kids together. I never said that out loud, and I never celebrated her miscarriages. That's disgusting. But she could see that I didn't mourn them, and it broke her. We fought more after that. She thought I was cruel. I thought she was trying to force something that wasn't there. And while we continued to clash, she also became openly hostile to my grandmothers, especially my mom's mom. She resented how much space I gave them in my life and how little I gave her. My dad, who used to be extremely close to his own parents, now has a strained relationship with them too. Everything seems frayed. Then there's her parents. They hate my dad. They think he failed their daughter by not forcing me to accept her as my real mom. They think my grandparents are stealing their daughter's chance to be loved and accepted as a parent. To them, my dad is a disgrace. A weak man. He knows this. He's not blind. But despite all of that, she still loves him and defends him to them. Which just makes the tension worse. Her parents are always sweet to her. To him, ice cold. Now she's pregnant again. And this time, it's serious. She's under constant medical supervision. She's high risk. She's taking meds supposed to stay off her feet and basically can't do much of anything. When the doctor told them this, my dad came to me. He asked if I could help out. Be there for her during the day when he's at work. He framed it as a choice. Either I step in to help, or her parents will be at our house every single day, taking care of her, making things awkward for everyone. He told me that maybe if this pregnancy sticks, I'll be a big sister, and maybe I'll start to see things differently. But I told him I didn't want to help. He knows how I feel about her. Our relationship is toxic, cold, and full of unspoken resentment. Helping her? Being in that space?
No.
I couldn't do it. And I told him, just like that this pregnancy changed nothing. So now her parents are here.
Every day.
They take care of her.
Cook. Clean.
Bring food. Hover. And the tension in the house? You could cut it with a knife. The other day I got home from work, and her parents had stepped out to get food. As I passed through the house, she called out to me from the living room. "Why is it you can find the time to work, but not take care of me?" she asked. I didn't answer. I kept walking. "You selfish B*TCH, she snapped. "You've destroyed your father by refusing to help. You're the reason he has to deal with them every day." I still said nothing, but her words sat with me. That night, I overheard her talking to my dad. She was apologizing for how her parents treat him. He sounded tired, worn down.
Sad.
She brought me up, and he just told her to leave it. And that broke my heart, because I never wanted to hurt my dad. Not him. But I can't help it. I can't stand the woman he married. I don't want to help her. I don't want to pretend for the sake of family. I can't fake love, or even like. Still, I wonder, am I the a-hole for refusing to help her? For making my dad carry the weight of her parents being around every day? For protecting my own boundaries even if it hurts him? Because I don't know anymore.